YouTube? This is Mike from Mass. My channel is Mass Aquariums. And we're going to do a video tonight, and we're going to start a series, and we're going to do some species series. Now, Dustin's Fish Tanks, you know him. He does Species Sunday, and The Rick, another of my videos I watch all the time. That guy's the best. He does fish profiles, so I'm going to attempt to do my first species profile. That's what I'll call it. And tonight we're going to do on rainbows. Now, rainbows are my favorite. This is my rainbow tank. I love all the rainbows. I love Bosmani, Australian, Madagascar, turquoise, prey crocs. So tonight we're going to do a species special on my favorite rainbow, and it's called the Bosmani rainbow. Now bear with me, I got some cheat sheets, but this is the Bosmani rainbow. Absolutely beautiful fish. Love this fish. One of my favorites. And the Bosmani rainbow, also called the Bosman's rainbow, is the, you ready for this? Melatonia bosmani, which is also in the Melatonidia blah 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 family. Yeah, I can't pronounce that. Anyway, it's a rainbow fish, and it's from the Ayaruma Lakes in the tributaries in the mountainous regions of the Bird's Head Peninsula in West Papua New Guinea, Indonesia. Right here. Bosmani rainbow. Absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite rainbows. I have a lot of rainbows in my tank. This is one of my favorites. So, species special. This is what we're in for. This fish needs a big tank. You cannot put it in a small tank. Don't try to get a couple of these and put them in like a 29 or, you know, smaller tank. It needs a lot of room. Just like all rainbows, they need a lot of room to swim around. They produce a ton of colors. I've heard them called the morning fish because when you turn your lights on in the morning, they absolutely look beautiful, which is true. And they love planted tanks and a lot of room to swim in. As you can see, I have a highly planted tank. I have a lot of water sprite floating, I have a lot of plants, but plenty of room in the front of the tank for these guys to swim in. You can see them all swimming up here. I have a couple big males, I have a few females, and they absolutely love the big, big room to swim in. They're going to want that. pH, you know what they say, just like, you know, your normal community fish, anywhere from 6.5 to 7.5. My pH runs at 7.2. They all love it. They're doing really well. And you can get them to breed if you have the right number of females for the right number of males. Now in this tank, I have 5 males and 3 females. I have yet to see any breeding, but they do always go up to the females and they swim next to the females. They don't pick at them, they just roll around close by them. This fish, I'm going off on a tangent. This fish is a great community fish for your community tank. Granted, if you have a big enough tank. They are so peaceful. They love to swim around. They love to school. They will show great colors if you're doing the right water changes and you're giving them the right food. Now, what's the right food? Bosmani rainbows, any rainbow fish coming from what I just said, they are high veggie diets. Now, that doesn't mean algae wafers or whatever, but what I feed them is omega-1 algae flakes, which consist of kelp and all that other good stuff. And I feed those in the morning. At night, I give them omega-1 regular flakes, which has all the protein in it, and I feed them bloodworms. They love these fish, these Bosmani rainbows. They love to eat off the top of the tank, which means when you sprinkle your food down in and it goes all in the tank, they're just going to keep shooting up to the top. I like to call them dolphins. They just shoot up to the top of the tank. They grab the food up to the top of the tank. So I like to throw flakes on the top, let them feed off the top. Absolutely beautiful fish. In the morning, like I said, absolutely gorgeous. They call them the morning fish. Their colors are great. Big, big blue on one half, big red on the other half. Great community fish. And I recommend you get some Bosmani if you're looking for a fish for your community tank. There's no special parameters for these fish. They adapt really well to all the water, hard, soft, high pH, low pH. And their diet is pretty simple. You do need to feed them a little bit of veggies, but they're not going to nip at your plants. And great, great community fish. One of my favorites. So, Bosmani Rainbow. If you can find them, one of my favorite fish. I recommend you get it. It's going to make your tank look beautiful. They are one of my favorite fish. And that's my first species special. Shout out to the Rick and Dustin's Fish Tanks. Thank you guys for getting me started in this. Hope you guys like my channel. And this is Mike from Mass, and I'm out.